Is there something you buy every time you go to the thrift store and you just don't know what to do with it? Or you collect it and, for instance, like me, they're just sitting in Crocs and you don't exactly know how to zhuzh up your item. Stay tuned because I have got the video for you. So we are taking 2 Thrifted rolling pins, and this one's got, actually they both have crinoline on the main roller part, and this one has Old 57 on the handles. And each of the handles and the main roller part both got 2 coats of this paint, and then was distressed with one of my finger sanders and then sealed in with Big Top. Now, I'm showing you here how I dry these. So when it's the roller part that's wet, that's how I do it. When it's the handles, I lean them up. The other rolling pin here has aviary for the handles. So while I am distressing these, let me introduce myself. My name is Sandra, and I'm the owner and creator here at Midwest Charm. I specialize in repurposed, upcycled vintage home decor and furniture and all of your DIY needs. I have a website which is linked below, www.midwestcharm.co. And I'm also on all social medias, and you can find those linked below as well. And I do always have a list of items used that I have all the links for too, to make it super easy for your shopping needs, including our Amazon affiliate links where you get the same product at a great low price, no additional cost, and I get a couple pennies back in return. So you can see here I am distressing these, and you could wet distress this as well. I just went in with the finger sander just to speed it up just a little bit for me. I did go in fairly heavy with the distressing too. So there's, like, on the roller part, a lot more distressing on those than maybe even shows up because it's a lighter wood underneath. So it's kind of hard to see some of that, but I did go in fairly heavily. Once I go in with the dark wax that I end up using, it does highlight all of those spots. So it does have a purpose in the end. Just bear with me. Also, at the end of the video, I am going to show you a couple other rolling pins that I've upcycled in the past. These are actually really good sellers for me. I know they don't sell well for everybody, but I have really good luck with them. And I actually needed to get some done up for the booth because I had sold some. So that's what these will be going into. So we will be adding transfers to both of these. I was originally going to do a different one, but we'll discuss that once we get there. I am going to need to seal these up. So the handles and the roller is going to each get a coat of Big Top on them. And then we will set these aside to dry. I did leave these dry probably about 2 days worth because I had other stuff I was working on. So we did get the Big Top on these and then let them dry. Now, I've said before, I will try to link in the description below. I've done other videos like where I'm rolling these onto stamps and other methods. So I will go ahead and link those below. I also, if you're local, teach classes on this. With decoupage, with stamps, with transfers, with all the things. So if you're interested in that, make sure you reach out and contact me. I don't have dates set up. I was waiting to find out when I'd be having surgery, but as soon as I have that done and I am recovered, I will be getting a couple different classes scheduled, and the rolling pin class is one of those. Now, normally I would break my videos down by project, but since these are the exact same steps for each one, and we're doing transfers on them both, I figured I would just run them together and not do them separately. So if you see me switching back and forth with those colored handles, know that that's why. They're the same exact steps, same exact process for both. So I decided to take out Malat's pages for this flip, and I am using the mushrooms. And I went in and cut these out in chunks. I did not just take the whole page and put them down. I have done that before and they turn out amazing. But I wanted a little bit more spacing on here and to kind of work around where the distressing is. So I peeled off the backer, I placed it down. I'm using my little tool to rub the piece on and then peeling back that top layer of vellum plastic as I go. And it's a super easy process. And I'm just going to repeat this for each little chunk that we are applying. And I'm just kind of being random with where I'm placing them and making sure to mix up colors and making sure to mix up like the heights of them, so that I'm getting more of a random feel than a really well-placed feel. And yes, sometimes it is easier just to use your thumbnail to rub those parts down. I do it all the time. I'm going to go in and burnish this down with my fingers. You can use the vellum to do that as well. And here I am again just trying to decide how to place these little mushrooms around. And once I have this filled the way that I want it to be, I do go in with one more coat of, I can't remember if I used Big Top or Liquid Patina. If I see it, I will let you know. You will definitely see that part towards the end as well. So we are just going in and applying these. I am loving the look of it. That crinoline is not that crisp white, so it just melds beautifully with the colorway of the Malot's pages. I love using this transfer and I don't use it enough. I'm really glad I pulled it out. So with this, we're just gonna keep going until, like I said, we decide that that is exactly what I want. And I do get a little bit of help. Floof has been extra needy. You can see his fur up in the corner there and has been sitting with me while I work. And here I am placing down the last one for this part, rubbing it on, peeling off that top layer. Isn't this cute, you guys? I mean, just from what you're seeing here, it's just is so pretty. The colors are so warm. I love it. And here comes the reveal. This turned out so stinking cute. I can't wait to get the other one done too and get these all styled up at the end for you. They are amazing and I know these will sell really fast. So one more quick thing. Once this is done, before I seal it up, I do go over with some 220 grit worn down sandpaper over all of these transfers just to give them a little bit of distress and make them look like they've been on there as long before the paint and everything has been added, just making it really add to that old look. And here we are repeating this process on the second rolling pin. I am going to let you guys watch this without me rambling needlessly, and you guys can enjoy and stick around to the very end because I promise you, you want to see these finished up. I've sealed these up with some liquid patina, and now we're going to go in with some dark wax to really darken in that wood color because it still looks kind of on the newer side. So we are going to go in and add it both to the handles and to the roller and just really let it soak into the parts where we distressed it and just sit in all the right spots. You guys, this was, I think, key to really making these look old and used and well loved, and they turned out beautiful. Let me know what you think below. Both of them have a little bit different look because of the handles, which I love. I think the one with Old 57 looks more springy, whereas the one I'm holding right now looks more fall. And I'm just giving you a quick view of what it looks like before we buff off all that dark wax. And yes, I'm doing both of these before I remove that. I always, when I'm using dark wax like this, when I go to buff it off, I'm going to grab it with one of my shop towels with one hand and use another one in the other. You can leave fingerprints in this or smudges from your fingers, so I always like to do that to prevent that from happening. And I'm making sure to get the little ends there. You guys, I can't wait to share these. I can't wait to get these into my booth. Again, I know they're going to sell quick. They usually do. So they're so fun. Let's get these all cleaned up and buffed off and styled up. This is just easy. Rub it back to where you like it. If it's too dark, you can go in with clear wax and use that to remove some of it. I just went with what it was left with because I think it really aged them beautifully and hit all the spots I wanted it to. So I'm going to leave these as is. I'm not going to buff any more of that off with clear wax. I am very pleased with how these turned out. So I'm going to give you a quick roll of one of these all finished up, and then I'm going to show you a few rolling pins I've done in the past, and then we'll show you the final reveal. Here they are together, and here's some that I have done in the past. They have all sold, so these are not available. And here are our final results. You guys, let me know what you think. I'm super excited to hear your thoughts on these two beautiful rolling pins. I will get pictures once they're in my booth and staged up. It was an evening when I shot these, so they're a little bit darker looking than what they actually are. So what did you think? There's so many possibilities, and if I can remember, I'll include extra pictures of other ones I've done so you can see that you don't have to just do an upcycle with the transfers. You can use stamps. I do stamped ones all the time. In fact, I can link up videos for that, you guys. I do decoupage on them. There's so many ways you can zhuzh them up, and I will be honest, I just use the newer ones that are plasticky. This one's got good wood tone color, which I love, but they're not the old ones. If it's an old one, I won't touch it. They just get put in and they're all natural beauty. But these ones, I will upcycle every single one of them, and they do sell for me in my booth, which is why I did the video, because I need some new ones for the booth. And moving into summer and foraging season is a perfect time to add mushrooms to your booth. So I tried to make sure that the colors would go with what I already have going on in my booth. So please like, subscribe, share all the things, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.